but he wouldn't listen.
Right.
He said he needed to cool down and walked out. The next day, we finally talked, and I tried to remind him of that conversation, thinking maybe it would help him maybe understand why I confessed. And do you know what he did? He laughed.
Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of He Rants. I am Felix Long Trousers. All right, let's not waste no more time. Let's get right into this.
I don't know how else to say this, but my husband is manipulating and emotionally abusing me.
We're going to let it go. Let's prepare ourselves, guys. Let's prepare ourselves. Let's go.
Oh man. Tell me about it. Whatever you're comfortable talking about. Yeah, I don't want you to just talk. Tell me as much as you feel comfortable telling me.
Okay, so let me just start from the beginning. When my husband and I first started dating, we had this deep conversation about cheating. He told me clear as day, if this ever happens, I need to know straight away. If you tell me and it only happens once, I think I could forgive you. And honestly, that stuck with me. It made me feel like, okay, if I ever screwed up, at least being honest would matter to him more. Fast forward 5 years.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let the video keep running, but I gotta. What do you mean if you was ever screw up? My wife, she grew up in DC, right? She used to say this dumbass shit. She said growing up, she said that she always thought she was gonna be like she was scared of becoming a crackhead, and I was like, how do you just don't be a crackhead? Like, just don't be a crackhead. What are you talking about? She was like, no. But there's so many crackheads around. Who knows? What if I one day want to become a crackhead? I'm like, what do you mean, son? Like, just don't be a crackhead. Son, like, if they see people smoking crack, don't smoke crack with them. It's that easy. This joint talking about like, yo, if I was to ever mess up, why would you ever mess up? You know the sequence of having sex? It's not a quick sequence. It's not it has to. You have to remove clothes, drop underwear. Dude got to pull his joint out, put it in your joint, thrust in and out. You know, and even if they want to do protected, now there's another sequence. You got to put a condom on. Like, it doesn't just happen. So when you're saying that, that's already a red flag. And Cuz is probably bluffing too. So I doubt that when he said, "Oh yeah, I can probably forgive you," no dude is going out there and just saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna probably just forgive you if you cheat one time." No, that's almost like giving a free cheat pass or something like that. He's bluffing. He probably wants to see if she cheats, he's gonna tell. My dad did something like, I'll tell you about that a little bit later. Let's keep going.
5 years, and we're married now. A couple weeks ago, there was this company party, and I don't even know how to say this, but I made a huge mistake. I slept with a coworker. I know, it's awful. It was a moment of weakness, and I've hated myself every second since it happened. That conversation we had all those years ago, it kept playing in my head. I thought, if I just told him, at least I'd have a chance to fix things, you know? So, a couple of nights ago, I brought it up. I asked him if he remembered those conversations we had about cheating. At first, he was like, which one? Because we had a lot of talks like that early on. So I reminded him about how he said he would forgive me if it only happened once, if I was honest. And then I told him everything. His reaction was immediate. He looked mortified. He didn't even say anything, just packed his stuff and left. I begged him to stay.
Oh, duh, he packed his stuff and left. It's crazy, right? Then she was like, oh, do you remember that conversation we had in the past? She really thought she had to get I'm about to cheat pass. Cuz she said Cuz manipulated her. No. There's still more to the video. I'm gonna let it play. I just gotta say this stuff before I forget real quick. Cuz was testing her and she failed her test. I'm gonna tell you real quick. My dad, growing up, he did this funny thing, right? He'd always be like, "Yo, if you guys are gay, it's fine. Like, it's fine. Go ahead, tell me. If you guys are gay, it's no problem. It's in to be gay now. It's in to be gay now, guys. He was gay. He did that through the whole time till we grew up, all the way to my youngest sister. I'm 1 out of 6. My youngest sister, she was the youngest one. Boom. When she got into college and everything, once she got into college, that's when he came out straight up like, yeah, I'm happy none of y'all was gay. Like, yeah, I was like, what? Dad, I thought you said you okay, but nah, I just wanted to give y'all a free opening if y'all wanted to tell me if y'all was gay. I wasn't gonna deal with that shit. My dad ain't want nothing to do with that. Bro. Hey, bro, but hey, luckily none of us was gay. He just tested her. He tested her. She failed the test. She thought she had a get out of jail free card. And she's an idiot. She's an idiot. She's a thought. And he should have never married her. He should have never got with her. If she's able to, it's crazy. Let's just keep going. It's almost done.
I was crying, apologizing, trying to explain, but he wouldn't listen.
Right.
He said he needed to cool down and walked out. The next day, we finally talked, and I tried to remind him of that conversation, thinking maybe it would help him maybe understand why I confessed. And do you know what he did? He laughed. He was just there on the other end of the phone laughing. Then he told me that he never meant any of it. That he only said he'd forgive me back then to make sure I'd confess if I ever cheated. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I know what I did was wrong. I'm not denying that for a second, but to hear him say he lied to me, that all this time he never actually meant to forgive me, it felt like, I don't know, like I'd been set up. Now he's planning to divorce me, and he said there's nothing I can say or do to make him change his mind. And I get it. I broke his trust. But at the same time, it feels like he broke mine too. I believed we had this understanding, and maybe if I knew he was lying, I wouldn't have cheated in the first place.
Bro. Bro. Y'all heard that, right? I'm not tripping, right? Y'all heard that? Y'all heard how she tried to spit it and say that, yo, he lied to me? Are you sick? And there's gonna be a girl that's gonna be like, oh, see, why? It's true though. He did lie. I can't believe he would lie to her. Like, bro, it's like when we say that joints lack accountability, is crazy. She's trying to throw, and joints try to do this, and I've noticed this a lot. They'll try to throw in a tiny bit of accountability to make it seem like they have real accountability. She's like, yeah, I understand, I was wrong and all that stuff, but he lied. Like, no. You can't just sprinkle a little bit of accountability to try to make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm just, no. You don't really feel like you're really just the mere fact, like, yo, if he had never lied and said that I would have had a free pass, basically, I probably wouldn't have cheated. What type of person thinks like that? So what type of street character is that, son? That is asphalt behavior. Like I said, it's crazy to me that you are able to remember something that happened 5 years ago. You're able to remember that you had the conversation about, like, yo, if I cheat on Cuz, he might be able to forgive me if we talked about it. You remember that from 5 years ago. But at that job party, none of that, your marriage, all that stuff, your ring on your finger while you're getting cracked, all that stuff, none of that stayed in your head. You couldn't remember any of that. You were just like, nah, you had to get penetrated. I would have left your dumb ass too, son. What? Of course he lied to you, freaking idiot. Even if he was telling the damn truth, you shouldn't have done it. You did that because this is what happened. When you was about to get penetrated, when you was about to get cracked, you're like, well, remember, I got that one get out of jail free card. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna use that. Once I get cracked, I'm gonna go back to him, tell him, and now I have a free conscience, and then we live happily ever after. What type of idiot? But it's beautiful though, right? The guy is playing 4D chess, right? 3D chess, 4D chess, whatever they call 5D chess. because he was able to get you to squeal on yourself. You snitched on yourself. You told on yourself. And it's beautiful because you don't deserve love. You don't deserve love, and you deserve to get divorced. If he was real smart, hopefully he recorded it. Because this guy is calculated. 5 years in the marriage, you couldn't help but cheat that soon? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. Because like I said, bro, like there's going to be some girls that's like, there's a lot of women that think like this. They really think like this. Like they'll try to flip it. They'll do something bad and they'll try to flip it on you. How are you getting mad saying that he lied when you lied in your vows? You're only going to be for each other. You went out there and cheated with a guy at your job who just wanted to have a quick, fun time. Now that when you guys get divorced, try to get in a relationship with that guy. He ain't going to take you serious. Most likely, he probably has his own wife. He probably cheat on her. Even though, with me, I think that's a little bit different. But, I'm a misogynist. I'm biased. So I don't know. Hopefully she dies alone or becomes a side chick for life. You can be a lifelong side chick. There's 60-year-old side chicks out there, 70-year-old side chicks. I've seen it. I've seen like one or two, but I've seen it. I'm like, wow, you're really a side chick. That's crazy. Yeah, I gotta give it to you, man. Hey, you devoted your life to the streets. You're like, nah. When you sign that contract to the streets, you're like, hey, till death do us part. Hey, that's one thing. A joint of the streets will always stay strong to the pavement. You guys have to understand that. That's not something you just leave. Like girls, they can divorce their man anytime. You know what I'm saying? They can get out of there. Like, get out of here. They can give their kids to foster care or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They can send them to the orphanage. But one thing they'll never give up is the streets. So when a joint joins the streets, please know she's in there forever. Don't marry those. Because now they're in dual marriages. One with the pavement and one with you. You don't want to deal with that. Hey, but what do I know? I'm just a guy on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you leave a comment. Maybe you can conversate about this. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe he is at fault for even giving her the opening to cause her to cheat, even though I feel like it exposed her true character. This is who she is. She would have still cheated regardless. The only difference is she wouldn't have told cuz. That's the only difference. She just felt comfortable to tell him. But maybe I'm wrong, though. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments below. We conversate about it. And that's all I have to say. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. And I'm out.